Welcome to the Pact and Boon. We are an actual play D&D 5e podcast set in the homebrew world of Calignos. I will be your dungeon master, Jake Packham. With me, I have Justin Lewis.
And I will be playing Joland Gray.
Tanner Wayland.
Hi, Tanner here. Happy to be here. I'm playing Wolfgang Keinstotter.
And Caden Hotley.
And I am Alon Barbeau.
We pick up after quite the event. We began in the Nine Hells, imprisoned in the prison called Mentiri. For various undisclosed crimes, these individuals were forced to fight in a pit to curry favor with brokers and their patrons for the opportunity to be purchased. Would be great. During the fight, these individuals came out victorious, but a frenzied pit fiend decided they didn't want any winners and launched down to kill them. Fortunately, a demonic dretch that we know and love, named Crolax, bought enough time for the broker named Gino Calamenti to intercede. The party was informed while in the Astral Sea that a corruption has been discovered to be ripping through Calignos, and their secret organization that Gino Calamenti belongs to needs some expendable but resilient folks to investigate further. The party then fell thousands of feet out of the sky, colliding with the water below. After coming to, Joland and Wolfgang found themselves aboard a ship called the O'Dooley. The O'Dooley was captained by Lester Lemon, a crazy old captain who then helped them save Alon, who was in the belly of some sea beast, dead. Upon saving Alon, the party set sail to a place called Crestor. Crestor is a lovely, idyllic beach town built into a cliff. The city village, is very small, and all the buildings are kind of stacked on top of each other, making a couple of layers of civilization in the one small village. The O'Dooley putters up to a incredibly long dock that is reaching out approximately 400 yards from the shore. While the waves kind of roll in, the dock rises and falls with the waves. Seagulls and other waterfowl dot the sky and find their nesting on different buildings. And as the O'Dooley pulls up, Lester Lemon looks to you all and says, "Well, this is where you guys get off."
Just off?
Yeah, I ain't going into Crestor. My place is elsewhere.
How long did we spend with Lester?
Enough to take a long rest.
Oh, yeah.
You were in the middle of the ocean, and it took you about 12, 15 hours aboard his boat to get to Crestor.
Also, I'm guessing I don't have inspiration, so whatever's going on with my character sheet is just a mistake. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, you have no reason to have inspiration, brother.
Great. Cool. Yeah.
Get
awesome.
that gone.
Just kidding.
Well, Lester, it has been a pleasure meeting you, and thank you for saving our hides.
And specifically mine, Lester.
Yeah, well, wish I could say that it was out of duty and not out of the altruism of my heart, but I truly don't really care. And I got other folks to save, I do believe.
We'll get to it, sir.
Good luck.
Alrighty. He pulls up to the very nose of this very long dock and forces you off the boat. As a reminder, you have no equipment. You have no weaponry. You have no armor. You have some clothing. And that is even a generous term. As you are walking across this dock, again, rising and falling with the waves, Alon, you're walking on this pretty easily, right? You got your sea legs. You're set for it. Jolly, give me a dexterity save.
I'm very good at these. That actually is not that bad. It was a 16.
Okay, not bad. As you're walking through, give me a perception check. Anybody who would like to kind of take in the view of the city.
You know what?
Village.
I think I
I
will.
keep using that term. It ain't a city, y'all.
5.
7.
Great.
Okay, and then for me, 11.
Okay. It's as I described. There's a couple of buildings, right? It's a small place. None of you are from Tirash, and so you're not super familiar with the landscape of the area. But it's a pretty town. The buildings are made out of this kind of stucco clay with some multicolored roofs that are made probably from some powder or ground substance and given a dye. It has character, has some personality to it. As you're walking past the dock and make your first steps onto the sand, you see that the shoreline is very short. The houses are basically built maybe 30 feet from the water line. There isn't much in the way of like sand or like a true beach. The shoreline is very shallow. And as you step foot onto the sand, an alarm goes off.
Do we see where it's coming from?
Give me another perception check.
Okay.
You do notice even on a 5 for perception, Lester Lemon's gone. Like this dog was dipping.
Wow. I got a 15.
Jolent would immediately step off the sand back onto the dock.
Okay. You spot, you don't see where the alarm is coming from, but you do see 3 individuals coming from different parts of the village.
What do they look
toward
like?
you. One of them appears to be orcish, kind of a dark, deep green skin tone. He's got a big backpack that is like with metal canisters on it, and appears to be holding some sort of firearm or something of the like. There's a lithe elven woman who looks like she lives in a dumpster, just covered in just filth.
Maybe this one's for you.
Hey.
And the last one is coming from the front. He appears to be, humanoid, standing about 7 feet tall, broad shoulder, big guy. He's wearing a Stetson hat, a classic cowboy looking dude. Black leather duster with a gold star on the lapel. And the first thing, honestly, like he's an imposing figure, but the first thing that you catch is his glowing golden eyes.
Would we kind of intuit that this is a sheriff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And even like lawmen and things like that, like no matter where you're from, are going to be, distinguished similarly. But yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put my hands up. And I'm going to call to them and say, we mean no harm. We're just rescued from sea.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Can I help?
Sure. You
Yeah.
can give him an advantage.
I'd like
19.
to- yeah.
19.
Alrighty. Is that with advantage?
No. Yeah, 19.
Cool. You see that the orcish man and the elven woman kind of fall behind this humanoid man, and he approaches you first, and he'll kind of extend a hand to you, Alon,
Okay.
and say, "Name Sheriff Dawn."
Sheriff Don, I'm Alon. And I shake his hand.
Well, welcome to Crestor, Alon.
Yes, sorry for our ragged appearance. We probably gave you quite the fright.
He'll kind of tip his hat to the other two of you, and he says, "Well, unfortunately, we do not know you, and you are trespassing."
Yes, we apologize for trespassing. We would have bought a ship and left, but as we said earlier, kind of a castaway situation here. So we would love. You know what? I find that a party or something often helps break down the walls between people. And we would like, if you would like to sponsor such a party, we would be happy to
Yes, if you
to open up. We are friendly people, and we love meeting new friends.
You hear that the orcish man kind of was kind of lined up behind the sheriff Don, and he kind of pokes around and goes to the right side of the dock. He's like snickering to himself, but you see that his mouth is sewn shut. So he's kind of just like. He's got this massive hump to like his upper back, where he's crouched pretty heavily. Like if he could stand straight, he'd probably be taller than even Sheriff Don. But he's so hunched over that he's like standing at like a 5'8", so just some massive hump back.
If it helps, I am quite good at brewing drinks, actually.
This guy kind of keeps snickering a little bit, and it's unnerving having this guy snicker. The elvish woman kind of goes to the left side of the dock, and you see that both of them, the orcish man and the elvish woman, have these silver armbands made out of a very fine material, and it appears to, like, even as nasty as this elvish woman is, like, it's pristine. And the silver armband has a gold star on it as well. And Sheriff Don says,
well, naturally, we believe in hospitality, right? Unfortunate of your castaway situation. Now, you don't strike me as individuals who are aware of how T-Rosh operates. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well, let me fill you in a little bit. We are a privately owned establishment, and as such, we need to make a profit. So, being as you have come here, violated our laws, whether you knew them or not, is fairly irrelevant. We do, however, need to have a discussion about what is owed. How does 8,000 gold pieces apiece sound?
I'll reach into my imaginary pockets and turn them out.
give me a pocket check. See if you even have pockets.
I don't. Well, I know I don't.
Okay, great.
I'm like air
And
pockets.
basically
Like,
naked.
yeah. Like I'd be surprised if he couldn't see my junk right now. So
It's so small that like
Ah, that's a right shame. Well, we will have to detain you for your insurgence on private property.
well, we could provide other services. I know Wolfgang here is quite good at serving tea.
Yes, I do not. Thank you. You remembered. Okay. Yes, I am. How you say an amateur. It's the serving of the tea, but once again, I am very adequate at it.
I don't mean to underscore your skill set. Now, the matter of the fee we can discuss. Alternatively, I might have a job.
Wow, 2 jobs in one day. We are so lucky.
Yes, it is.
Indeed.
We are blessed, as they say. Do you mind? Can we get somewhere a little more comfortable before talking more? We have been swimming for, it feels like, half a day.
Unfortunately not. You are still on private property.
Okay.
I am in need of a few more deputies. I am the sheriff of this here Crestor, and need to oversee its protection. Now, there's people here, and they got to be safe, right? Well, I think we can all agree that people ought to be safe.
Jolin
Yes.
raises his hand. Safe from what exactly?
Well, opposition. Now, let me finish before you interrupt again further, Rock Boy. All
I
right.
apologize.
We do pay. This is a paid gig, all right? And we can have the funds either go to your pocket or we can apply that to the debt that you now owe the city of Crestor. and we'll leave that to your discretion. Right. Our deputies do get a daily stipend. We'll put up lodging, and we can help finance some gear for you.
If I may ask, are these two your deputies?
They are two of my deputies, yes.
Okay, and since this is a little bit of a job interview, may I ask this woman, what is your name?
You see that she gets like pretty twitchy, like not used to. Give me an insight.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that. 17.
On a 17, you get the sense that like she's not used to speaking. She's like a garbage person, right? Like just lives in filth, and gets the sense that like that kind of goes to her advantage of going unnoticed. Some roguish vibes.
Oh man, I'm sorry. That was bad of me to not notice she was a garbage person.
Shout out to all you garbage people.
Shout out. Okay. Hey, we see you. Okay.
Or rather, we don't in this case, apparently.
Yeah.
But she'll kind of respond. Well, my name's Tariel.
Teriel is random question. You wouldn't happen to be related to someone called Lester Lemon? It's just similar accent. You understand?
She'll spit on the ground.
Is that a yes?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Teriel, lovely name, lovely woman. Let me. How much do you get paid for, let's say, a week?
Well, now that ain't an appropriate question.
Oh, are you one of
For a
those?
lady.
For a lady, is this some of
She'll
those?
spit again. This one's a loogie, just like a big old phlegmy.
Okay, so not that much apparently, or a lot. Okay, how? So we become your deputies. We work until the debt is paid, and then we are free to go. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
And she'll like move into her pocket and pull out of assumably like a bag of holding 3 silver armbands. These don't have the star icon on them. And she'll hand them over to Sheriff Don, and he'll say,
we can have a contract drafted up as soon as that you are amiable to this arrangement.
I personally would love to do an Arcana check of some type, or an insight or something.
yeah, tell me
I
what you want to do.
these.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I do an Arcana check? You can, if I roll well enough.
Sure. You tell me what you're wanting to know.
I want to know: are these going to sew my mouth shut, turn me into a garbage person? Are they going to
Enslave us?
Enslave us for, I don't know, ever?
Sure, give me an Arcana or Insight.
Arcana 17.
Can I do the same?
You may.
Good.
Arcana 17.
Oh,
Yeah.
You get no Arcanist vibe, other than like it is a band of almost gleaming, where it like stays pristine. Like the fabric itself is incredibly minor enchantment.
Okay. Well, there
15.
you go.
15.
Well, if you have no qualms, I can let you into my town so long as you agree to be one of my deputies until you pay us off.
One more quick question.
Yes, right,
Actually,
boy.
a few quick questions. How much is the daily stipend, and how much? What are the terms for financing gear and things like that? Also, is the lodging, is that extra, or do we have to, or is that included in the job?
And do you feed us?
The lodging does include food. I'll address that one first. The pay comes out to 2 gold pieces apiece a day. Lodging costs about 12 silver a day, which will be taken out of your daily stipend. That does include food, and gear can be arranged.
And how much would the gear be?
Well, it's not part of the contract, and
Oh,
so
it's an extra.
it'll be an additional
I see.
conversation.
I see.
Can we finance gear at 8 silver a day?
Yeah, absolutely. You can finance gear.
Okay.
With 0 down payment, no credit score asked.
I assume that you have nothing to put down.
Safe bet. Yes. Okay, but slap it on. Let's do this.
Good deal.
He'll nod to Talriel, and she will pull further some items out of a bag of holding in her little coat. One is a silver quill that just kind of stays in the air. As she like pulls it out, she just like plops it in the air, and it just stays kind of floating there. She pulls out a box. It's about the size of a soccer ball. About yay big. It has a hole in the center of it. And she'll set that on the ground. And then she pulls out 3 vials and a syringe.
Oh, this just got very fun.
This just stinks. It all stinks.
Now, the contract requires that the party be recorded so that we don't run into this trespassing issue again, right? So if you come and go from Crestor as approved, we don't assume that you are once again trespassing and then forcing you to pay that trespassing fee. The way
Fair.
that our system works is we do need to keep a record of you, right?
And so Talriel will walk up to you with the syringe and ask for your arm. Give me your arm, boy.
I'll offer it up.
Okay, you take 2 points of damage as she withdraws blood and puts it into one of the vials, stores it away in her bag. You now, little squirrely boy.
Is that me? Oh yes, please.
So, if I can ask, what exactly does the blood? Why is this pertinent to the contract and the transaction?
A couple different things, and we'll dive into that.
Wolfgang, do you have blood?
I mean, I drink it, so maybe.
He did just drink very much.
Fascinating. Roll me, we'll call it
Leftover blood check.
I could also search. Do vampires have blood?
For some reason, I think no.
An AI generated image is
no.
going to come up that is a vampire with blood on its lips and it says got blood.
What the heck? I believe they do. Actually,
They-
yes, I
they
know
do.
for a fact
Oh.
because in the book Dracula, Dracula's feeding his blood to this woman he's trying to turn
Oh,
into a
that is-
vampire.
Yep.
Ah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
So this is a vial of vampirism, basically. That's
Perhaps.
Diluted vampirism.
Yeah.
I'm not that
Oh, yes.
good.
Okay. She withdraws your blood. That's it. All right, rock boy.
yes. What was the purpose of the blood again?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm so good at these. Actually, that's not that bad. 17.
That is not bad.
Well, part of the way that our system operates is we have a twofold measure. Part of it is the physicality. Obviously, as you recognized, as soon as you stepped foot in the city premises, the alarm went off. That is trackable by way of DNA.
What is DNA?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
So why is it not a DRNA or something like that?
There
But also, what
is.
is? Oh,
There is RNA as well. But we don't have time to go into all the semantics on that.
Oh, okay. But this system, is this everywhere in Tiraj? Is this what we will encounter if we leave the city?
It's possible that you'll run into something similar.
Ah,
However, this is
but this does
our
not.
system.
Okay, so it does not. It's not like dual citizenship. We get it here and then anywhere else we go.
Do you understand what the word private means?
Yes.
We're privately owned, right? We do our own thing.
Who is the owner?
Me.
Well, congratulations. And he's saying this as he puts his arm out. Congratulations on what seems to be a very profitable business model.
Indeed.
And how big is this Crestor?
Oh, we've got about 300 folk.
Ah. Where are the boundaries?
I'll address all that for you and show you on a map.
Okay.
DM
Take 2
question.
points and then
Yeah.
your blood.
DM question.
Mm-hmm.
Does the town look small or big compared to 300 people? Does it look like it's perfect for that number?
No, it looks pretty small.
So it looks too small for 300 people?
The next thing is Talriel pulls out that box, and she hands that to Sheriff Don. And he says,
This is our new technology. We've actually had some issues of late, and
the quill dips into the blood vials and signs your names in the air, and then the ink and quill disappear.
It's not good.
this part is new technology that we're really excited about. What I'll need from you is an imprint of your arcane signature,
What exactly did we sign?
the contract.
Can we see the terms or possibly have,
Certainly, yes.
have a copy
That will
of the
be
contract?
procured as soon as we move upstairs.
And so you're saying that we cannot look until we've capitulated with the contract. How is that? I would like to say that this is not legal. It is a contract of adhesion. We need to look at the terms. You understand?
What I understand is you willingly gave up your DNA as part of the contract. Once signed, the contract is now binding.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Again, the winter's fool. Do we never learn?
Now, what I'm going to need you to do, per the terms of the contract, is put your hand in this box and cast a spell.
Yes, per the contract.
What would happen to the spell?
It gets stored away, but mostly what we do is we track the arcane signature left behind of any magical beings.
So it should be a low-level spell then.
It should not be a cantrip.
Wow, that was so specific.
I'm gonna try
Not a
something.
cantrip.
Can I try to like conjure Cyril in my hand? Just like
Putting Cyril in the box.
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Cyril gets stored away forever.
not track my arcane signature. Well, it's like he can
That's so
he can
funny.
kind of vamp back to me. So
Give me a sleight of hand. This is gonna be tough.
okay. Okay, I got a 22.
That was very clever of you.
Yeah.
As you put your hand into the box, you feel weight like appear in your hand. You don't see him, but you do hear in your mind, "Hey, man,
Hey, buddy.
how you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for helping me out.
You know what? That's what I'm for.
It is what you're for.
What do you need from me?
I don't know. Can you cast some magic in this box and get me out of a tight one?
I can cast magic.
Nice.
It's your magic.
Oh. That's a good point.
I'm tied to you.
Oh, man.
So go ahead. I believe in you.
All right.
Hey, he's got his own magic. It's called a pet magic of positivity.
Magic of
Love
positivity.
that.
Cyril was the friendship.
Now, what I'm
all
going to
along.
have you do
Okay.
is basically you're going to spend one of your spell slots.
Okay.
But for you specifically, I'm going to have you make a spell attack roll to see if you can infuse more Cyril into the spell than yourself.
Okay. I don't have any spells with like a roll to attack, so I don't know what my modifier is. Oh, it's +7. Never mind. 17.
All right. Not bad. Well, let's see. All right. You feel like as you go to like expend this spell, right? You're using this spell energy, and instead of it leaving, it is withdrawn. if that makes sense. You
Yeah.
go to access this well of power from within yourself. I guess for our sake, is it the air or is it the water portion of your physical well of power that you're trying to draw from?
Maybe air, just because.
Okay.
Yeah.
You feel that kind of orb tip over as the tide kind of fills it inside.
Oh.
Very cool. All right. Sheriff Don will then offer to you, Wolfgang.
Okay, I do it. I put my hand in, and I use not a cantrip. I use speak with animals.
All right.
That's what I cast.
Okay. Very good.
Yep.
You hear a seagull up above as it leaves. Oh boy! And then it's gone.
Does it matter what spell we cast into this box?
Just needs to be something more than entry level.
But you don't care what it is.
Mechanically, it can be anything over first level.
Okay. So Jolland is thinking something stupid, so he will
Classic.
not do that. If he cast Cure Wounds, could he gain back 2 hit points, perhaps?
You could try.
I will try.
You do not. The spell power is withdrawn from you as the spell essence is absorbed.
I thank you very much for your cooperation. Welcome to Crestor. You are now citizens, denizens, and deputies.
How many deputies are there in the city?
300.
Wow. And these deputies are all keeping the deputies safe.
Naturally, yes.
Okay.
As you walk up, you
Sucks.
you catch what you weren't able to pick up from the dock in that no one is out walking about. There's no people around. And as you get closer, he kind of gestures up to these very, very shallow but steep stairs as you walk up. There's about 4 layers to this village. And the first layer, you see that there's a couple of deputies in their silver armbands. You're instructed to put yours on your right arm. And you see a couple of people with their silver armbands are standing in the doorways of some of these houses. And you see families in some of these houses, and they all have these silver armbands on.
What do they? I mean, do they look happy? Do they
No,
look sad?
they look very unhappy.
Yeah, no insight check necessary.
So-
They're not
Okay.
fun.
Are we walking with Sheriff Don? Mm-hmm. So, Sheriff, so you have 300 deputies here, each gaining about 8 gold per day, assuming they're in the same situation as us. That means you are paying, less than 300 gold per day out to these people. Where are you getting this money?
Well, as an entry-level employee of the city of Crestor, you aren't necessarily privy to the books.
Yes, of course. There's levels.
Naturally, yes.
And you are ushered up the 4 layers. As you're walking through, again, you see all these different families popping out, and they're starting to move now, right? They've been allowed to go about their day now that the guests have been onboarded. And you start to see that there's kids with these armbands on. There's incredibly old people. You spot, I'm going to ask for a bunch of perception checks. So we'll just get another one real quick.
9.
13.
10.
All right. So Talriel takes off ahead of everybody. She's just like quick as a hiccup, not taking the stairs. She's just kind of like lunging and jumping on houses and stuff. And she goes and like takes your stuff elsewhere, your blood and all that. And Jolly, you spot that there is an old man that doesn't have an armband. And he's walking on the 3rd layer of the village, stepping on like chairs and tables, He'll like kind of run off the walls. Give me an insight check.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Very odd that this kind of gymnastics old man doesn't have a deputy band.
Oh, that is very strange.
You are shown to on that top, or so this would be the third level still. Sheriff Don says,
This is where you'll be staying. This is your lodging. Food will be served at dawn and at dusk.
and he'll kind of gesture in, and there's an open room. It's like a studio style. There's a toilet open, no covering in the corner, and just a couple of bedrolls that seem to all be taken. People are very, very unhappy. As he goes to move up to the fourth layer of the village, you spot a family. There's a woman and a man. They appear to be like half elven or something to the like. The dad is got graying hair, but looks to be older than he should be, if that makes sense. Pretty fit guy, and his wife is currently carrying a child who's like maybe 7, maybe 8, and the kid doesn't have an armband. And they're like taking turns carrying this kid. But like the older sibling has an armband. They just like kind of kick a rock, walking by.
I'm going to turn to these other two as we're walking through this area and just say, from one prison to another.
2 meals, though. That's an improvement. Also, the ground is not physically lava, but maybe metaphorically it might be.
Yeah, a little bit, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
Oh, you're still here.
Yes, of course I am. Our tour is not done.
Oh, yes. I'm surprised.
Unless you wanted some privacy, I'm happy to give y'all
No,
some
I'm
privacy.
just surprised I didn't see you there. You're so ample in size.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know what? 2 gold off of your sentence.
Oh, wow.
Wait, so if we are good to you, then... Oh, good, kind sheriff, you've been so good to us.
I'd be careful before I fart with your nose down there, boy.
Oh, you're so funny. Oh my goodness, I love these jokes. Oh, yes, please, you were doing a tour, I believe, and I do not want to disrespect in any way.
As he like ushers you to like take the final set of stairs up, you see the mom go to hand the dad the child, and she trips, and the kid hits the ground as the alarm goes boom, boom.
Oh, shit.
And a spotlight onto the kid. The mom is immediately sobbing. The kid touched the ground.
No,
And
I will pay for him.
before you look back, and the Sheriff Don is already like next to them. And you just hear him.
It's a shame you've been caught trespassing, bud.
Oh, heavens.
The dad freaks out. He just tears pouring down his face. He'll like grab a chair and just like slams it on the ground. And you see Sheriff Don just says,
Now, Nolan, I know you don't want to do what I think you're going to do.
and he takes the leg of the chair and he jumps to hit Sheriff Don with this chair leg. And you see it erupt in, like, the chair leg erupt in, like, radiant flames as the dad nat 20 collides this radiant chair leg into the face of Sheriff Don. I mean, he's gonna
Is this like a Deus Ex Machina? This guy took care of the whole problem for us? Just
One nat 20
One nat
changed
20.
the world.
you're like, okay, you can go.
I'm the deputy now.
With a second level Divine Smite, he deals 29 points of damage.
Oh, big boy.
Been divine smoke.
And Sheriff Don, it like collides with his face and it takes him down to a knee. And his wife, just in racking sobs, says, "No." And Sheriff Don stands up and he says, "Now,
Nolan, we simply cannot afford this kind of disloyalty.
Does he look hurt?
give me a medicine check."
Freaking.
19.
He looks hit. And he says,
Please, Jezri, take the boy and turn around. I need to keep the law.
No.
and he summons this spectral hammer out of the sky. His golden eyes flare, like literally, just like flames coming out of his eyes as like runes fill his eyes. Runes around him in like a perfect circle start igniting. What languages do you guys speak?
Abyssal, Common, and Elvish.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Dwarvish.
Infernal
and Gnomish.
also.
Okay, you pick up on a couple of them as dwarvish, and akin to that, very similarly being giant. You can't read them, but they appear to be dwarvish or giant, and also some celestial, which you can't read. The dwarvish runes that you do understand are indicative of power, size, strength, things like that. You recall there being orders of some of these celestial, dwarvish, and giant races, rune knights, that can channel and store their abilities, basically put them away for a while. And this spectral hammer comes through as he completely pulverizes Nolan in a single hit. And Sheriff Don will look back to you guys and he'll just say,
I don't believe I'll be able to finish this tour. Please
How
go
much?
and see Sylvester up at top, and he'll get you squared away with the rest.
How much?
An insurrection like this is going to cost about 50,000
To free them?
to free them.
They could leave. How much?
I'm not willing to do that.
and he'll like put a hand on Jezri, who's just like visibly shaking, and she hasn't turned around to like look back at the body. Two more deputies come down from the top. They have these silver stars or gold stars on their armbands, and they like start, prestidigitation, like magic type cleaning of the crime scene as Sheriff Don kind of gestures away, and the kid is just 1,000-yard stare, just like so shaken. His feet are like dragging as like he and Sheriff Don and his mom are like kind of carrying him away. And Sheriff Don kind of slides a silver armband on the kid's arm.
I noticed they didn't take any of his blood, though. Preferential treatment.
So who were we supposed to go see again? I totally...
Somebody named Sylvester.
Okay, I was not listening.
Why did Mr. Lemon drop us off here?
Because he's a lemon.
Because he sucks.
No
It's
wonder.
the only port close to where you wanted to go, and he refused to get out of his boat.
Every contract.
That's so stupid. Oh, man. This freaking guy. Okay. Well, let's go to this guy. What's the guy's name?
Sylvester.
Sylvester. Okay, let's go see Mr. Stallone.
As we're walking, I'll just kind of like whisper to them, every contract has holes and loopholes. There is a way to get out. There has to be.
All right, you make it up to the top layer. There's a smithy. This guy is a dwarvish man. He's got one of the very thick leather aprons, no shirt on, just covered in hair. You know, those hairy shoulders and back. He's got an armband as well. His has a gold star on it. And right next to the smithy is a building that has a metal gold star on it. Pretty clearly the office of the sheriff.
Right, you must be the new folks.
Yes, word travels fast.
Right, well, you don't get a whole lot of them, and we can see it from up here. So,
Yes, that's fair.
well, if it's Sylvester that you're needing, he's the silent one inside.
I go inside.
You see the orcish man with his mouth sewn shut as he gives you 3 copies of your contract. It is about 18 pages long.
Oh my gosh.
Can we read that as players? Do you have it?
I don't.
Just a real estate purchase contract.
Basically. But the gist of it is interest is accrued on a daily
interest?
basis.
Oh man, we're always going to be in debt. That's screw them. Okay.
Yep.
Knew it.
And Silent Sylvester obviously can't speak, right? Because his mouth is sewn shut, but he just... and he'll give you guys a piece of paper that has a gold stamp of a star on the top of it. And it is your first commission.
How do you eat?
I also have this question.
You see that the canisters on his back have like an IV tube that like plug into his arms.
Oh.
Jolly, you pick up at his hip are 2 handguns on his holsters.
I was gonna guess he's like boofing his food or something.
You don't know he's not.
he might be.
Oh heavens! Thank you for these. And may I ask, were you the one that wanted your mouth sewn shut, or was that someone else?
He'll kind of...
A little bit of both. Okay, surprise.
What would happen if we just like snip, snip, snip? You know,
He steps back as you like even gesture it.
you like your mouth like this.
So the mouse. Okay, is it to each their own? Okay, well, thank you, new friend.
He'll gesture back out the door to where the dwarf was.
Cool. I'm gonna walk up and ask. So, is this where we can get weapons?
Right, well, you can get whatever you want. The financing aspect of it, I'll be honest, is not good. I don't know if you're privy to that yet. But, yeah, this is where you can get your stuff.
Well, let's talk financing.
Right, well, tell me what kind of armor you would like.
What is the most armor that you can provide?
Oh, I've got plate. I've got half plate.
I will take the strongest stuff you have, as well as a shield.
That'll be 6,000 gold pieces.
Put it on the tab.
Very well. The shield, it'll come with the plate, I believe. I don't think I need to charge you that much. Anything for the weapons, little rock boy?
No.
Great. All right, tall, lanky one.
Me? Yes?
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Pale.
Someone called me a squirrel earlier, and I confused.
Oh, that's fitting.
Yeah.
I see it.
Okay, could I have light armor, maybe like leather or something like that, and then on top of that, a bow and arrows on top of that.
Aye, yeah, we got some. Would you like that to be studded leather or just regular leather?
Yes, studded, please. And then maybe a dagger, if you could spare it.
Right. Well, he hands you some ill-fitting studded leather armor. He can do a bow. Would you like a long bow, short bow?
Let's go short.
All right. Just doing some math is all.
Getting our amortization schedule going.
Yes. It's just, it doesn't ever go down. It just continues to increase. It's an easy amortization.
Nice.
All right, well, I suppose if you're getting all that, I can toss in a dagger for free.
Oh, good. You are so nice. Thank you.
How much in the way of arrows?
Oh, maybe 1,000? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding with you. Maybe let's plan on... how many do you have readily available?
I'll be honest, I don't really want to keep track of arrows as part of this.
So many that we never need to count it.
We'll call it a quiver and just assume that you're going to keep tabs on that.
Okay.
And just keep filling it up. Fair?
That's what I'm thinking Wolfgang, not Tanner.
Yeah, no.
Wolfgang would do that
Here's the
as
thing,
a responsible
Tanner
person.
doesn't care.
I
Jake
don't.
doesn't care.
The
If you're the kind of
listener
DM,
shouldn't care.
if you care how many arrows this guy has shot, get over yourself. Okay? There's more important things.
Like getting out of freaking Crestor, for sure.
Yeah.
So this is a short bow +1, yes?
No.
Oh, +2.
This is a
Okay.
-1 short bow.
Oh, -1. Okay. Man,
Unlimited arrows, but -1 short.
But you never hit. It's the bow of misses.
it's a short bow of warning. Don't use this.
Guaranteed
exactly.
miss.
All right, little sea boy.
I would like also some studded armor, leather armor.
All right.
And then I'll take a trident and a light crossbow.
Trident I can do. And, yeah, I can do a little crossbow for you.
Thank you. And what's your name?
Oh, I don't want to give it out.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
That's fair.
I've given enough out.
One other thing, if I can I also get some brewer's supplies?
Yes. So you can buy equipment packs. Being as you don't have any starting equipment, you can choose to buy like a burglar's pack, diplomats, and dungeoneer, entertainer, explorer, priest, or scholar's pack.
No navigator's tools.
Some of the packs come with navigator's tools.
Okay.
So the packs come with like, whatever, backpack, bedroll.
Okay.
That. So if you are wanting navigator's tools, you could go either dungeoneers or explorers.
I'll take an explorer's pack.
All right.
Okay, give me a sec.
What about a monster hunter's pack? Is that also allowed?
No.
Of course.
Scholar, priest, explorer, entertainer, dungeoneer, diplomat, burglar.
Let's go burglars.
Yeah.
For me.
Do you sell maps here?
Yeah, I do.
Could we also buy a map?
Yeah, I got a map of Gast, and I've got a map of the Spiral Isles.
Probably just Gast for now.
Well, we're not in Gast. We're in Tirash.
Oh.
Gast is 2 continents or 2 countries away.
You'd have an idea that Gast is like thousands of miles away.
Okay.
Can I just say, I love how the diplomat pack has a vial of perfume in it.
Yeah. You might want it.
Just for a night
And
on
soap.
the town. Yeah. Soap?
Yeah.
What?
That's a commodity.
Oh, wow.
Jolly, any packs for you?
Yes, I'll take the burglar's pack.
Alrighty.
And also brewer's supplies, or is that not allowed?
But we do not have that.
Of course, right.
All right. He kind of writes all this stuff down. He hands you your gear, so you now have stuff that you can have in your character's inventory. And Jolly, he hands you a tab, including your $8,000 trespasser's fee, 14,060 gold pieces.
Do I need to write that down somewhere?
Put it in like your character notes.
You said, I'll put it in enemies. You said 14,000, what was it?
14,060.
14,060.
Alon, he gives you a tab for 8,740 gold pieces.
Not bad.
Not good either.
Sorry, tell me one more time.
18,700.
Oh.
Or sorry, 8,740.
Okay, I was like, that's way worse.
Wolfgang, yours is 8,765 gold pieces.
Is that just for the equipment, or
That is also your trespassing fee.
okay? So mine was only 765 on top. How much was Jolly's?
His armor alone was 6,000 gold pieces.
What?
It is worth it.
Wait, what kind of armor is this? I think I
Plate.
missed this.
Plate. My armor class
Buddy.
is 20.
Yeah. Give me a history check, anybody who would like to.
Real quick though, so when we left hell,
Not 20.
I had taken like one of each drink that I had,
Yeah.
and then I drank all the ones that we could drink. So theoretically, I would be left with ingredients for one. Wait, maybe not the ingredients. I think I gave my only poop potion to Gud, but
I thought you had one more.
okay. So would I have one more as well as a shot of gold glow?
Yes.
So okay, cool.
Yeah. For a nat 20, you know that you guys got taken for a freaking ride
Not
on this.
surprised.
Crazy. Jolly's armor is probably about 1,500 gold pieces normally. So it's a 4x on armor, 3x on weapons, 5x on packs.
Cool.
So,
Good deal.
all right. Do you read your commission?
Yes.
Yeah.
The commission, by the order of the city of Crestor. Again, this one does say city, but it's clearly not a city, right?
Yeah.
You have been tasked with instilling an installation to a new township that has just recently been acquired by the city of Crestor as part of the new jurisdiction.
Instilling, and I'm assuming that's doing to others what has been done to us.
Correct, Mundo.
Golden rule style. Okay. Okay.
It says basically the details outline the previous deputies that had been sent to acquire, and in like contract jargon it says subject A. Please see appendix for more details. Deputies that have been sent to discover subject A abandoned their post, and so new measures have been put in place. And accompanying this deputy group will be Silent Sylvester as overseer, protector, and security.
Great.
So we get to wreck Sylvester then. Okay.
He will
Can.
break us.
So, you have been tasked with going to seek out Subject A. Turning to the appendix, you see that Subject A is a township called Hurtenberg.
Oh, this is.
Ooh, nice. We were gonna go there anyway. Except
Hurtenberg.
now we're the bad guys. That's fun.
And that's where we're going to end this episode 5.
Little.
Debt is good.
Nope.
Welcome to America.
This game just got a whole lot more real for me. It's like living real life.
Yeah, is this Turash or America? We
No,
turn the camera back at you.
I was meaning my life, not America, just me.
just Justin.
No, I meant America. Justin didn't go far enough.
Alrighty, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We got a couple of sponsors of today's event. We've got freaking
Monument Studios.
Wow.
They've been so
stereo.
great. Honestly, I love all the music options they have. I'm not always on top of it, but every time I find one that just hits, oof, guys,
It's good stuff.
I love it.
It's good.
Shout out Roll and Play Press, whose ad you heard in this video.
Yeah, they will have.
Well, now they will have.
Oh,
Now they will
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some others that we're going to be shouting out here pretty short, in maybe episode 6. But yeah, thank you so much for your support. Please share, subscribe, get your grandma involved. Grandmas love us, and we love grandmas.
So do moms,
Moms,
not me.
less so.
Yeah.
but still.
Yeah, they need to watch too. But like, we don't. I mean, they don't love us. We love them, but they don't love us.
Degenerates.
All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. Tune in for episode 6 coming up shortly.